All right, here we go. Third day in the lab. This time I'm going to finish up with the drawers in the front, and I have to figure out exactly how I'm going to assemble the side rails. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. And then I want to put the face of the drawers on, and then I'll assemble the headboard and the footboard and take those home and assemble it at home, and then I'll go ahead and paint it after everything is said and done. So that's the plan for the day. Hopefully I can get in and out in 2 hours. The clock, I guess, starts now. Alright, so now that I have the drawers made, what I want to do is I want to put a spacer here at the bottom. Then I want to start framing out my actual, my little drawer thing so that it actually works. So this one's a little more loose. This one's pretty snug. And this one here is pretty snug. So it'll work out. I'm confident it'll work out. So I cut these down. These are going to be 1 inch. All right, 1 inch by 3/4. I don't know if you guys can see that, not focus. So 3/4 by 1 inch. They're gonna slide in just like this. So I'm gonna have some play. I sanded them down with the hand sander, palm sander. Try to get them not as smooth as possible, but pretty smooth. So what I'll do now is I'll do the first inserts here, and then I will try to just make sure they're aligned so that they slide in and out easy. I might use some double-sided tape to make sure they stick in the same spot that I want them to, and if not, then I'll have an issue. So my tape idea didn't work, so what I did is once it was all the way in, I just took a brad nail, nailed it here, and then just so I wouldn't ruin it on the back side, there's a small 1/4 inch gap or space. So just in case, if this wasn't lined up in the back, I'd be able to pop this off, adjust it while that's still pivoted. So what I'll do now is I'll just brad nail the rest, and I'm going to take 2 screws and I'm going to plant them in there as well. The last of them, this one's a little snug, but it'll be alright. It doesn't have to go all the way in, so as long as I'm able to pull, I'll probably put some wax on it at the end. Be sure not to paint it, maybe sand it even a little bit more. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create the faces of these now. So I'm going to have 3 separate faces. I'm just going to attach, brad nail them, and then when I put the handles on, it'll look a little bit different. Alright, so I got the 2 outside pieces framed up. Got the faces on. A little bit of a gap at the top, but you're not going to see that once I finish it up. So no worries there. I don't think. Now I'm gonna do the middle, different size, measure it up, see what it is. Alright, it's coming along. It's coming along. They look even. All these little marks here are going to be covered up by either paint or the facing. This right one here for me doesn't look that great, but I think I can manage with that. So I guess on to the next step. Let's see if we can make this happen. Trying to decide what type of rail to put up here. The mattress will sit on the inside. So I had to do some touch-up sanding on the inside of this back one. So had to sand up along the back side, over here, and then on these grooves, and they're way in the back, so I use a palm sander to sand that. What I would have or should have done is I should have leveled them out before. Use a single template, cut it out, put it on the inside, stand it vertical so that it looks like this on the table. That way I know that they're all going to be flat 90 degrees. Use level to level that out. So, oh well, next step. Alright, so I made the mistake. So in order to correct the mistake, I had some 3/4 inch ply, which I really didn't want to use. I wanted it to be an actual piece of solid piece of wood, not plywood. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to router the edges here, and I'm going to end up laying them right up against the top, and I'll end up just using this for the mattress to sit in. These are measured out to be about a 5 1/8, I believe it was. So I'll set those up, put some pilot holes in the top of the bed, and I'll just start working from there. Hopefully it works out this time.